Ladies and gentlemen, it's Titoclock. So please welcome your host, James Deacon.
I'm just kidding. I just wanted you to think I was on mute. Hey, everybody, what's up? Welcome to the show, Titoclock here. It's the whole gang present until about 6 o'clock, roughly, or so, or until we give away those prizes or that really cool headset from Sony. So, what's up, everybody? Where are you guys hanging out? What's the story? We got June Oliva outside. We got Chris Williams. We got Mayan, Bing Serrano, Cheryl, Medina, and a whole bunch of other people. So let's kick things off pretty fast so we can get through this day really quickly. Let's start off as we always do, which is basically getting on top of all the headlines, finding out what's going on out there in our big bad world. And for that, we need Chris. Chris, what you got there, Chris?
Hey, yo, what's up, Tito James? Happy Friday, my fellow Titoclockers. This is Chris, and here is your Titoclock news. Detained former Senator Laila de Lima was acquitted on Friday in one of her two remaining drug cases at the Muntinlupa Regional Trial Court, or RTC. This was announced by De Lima's legal counsel, attorney Filibon Tacardon, following the promulgation of the case at the Muntinlupa RTC Branch 204. De Lima, who was detained in Camp Crame since 2017, was accused of benefiting financially from the alleged illegal drug trade inside the New Bilibid Prison, or NBP, during her stint as Justice Secretary. In May 2022, former Bureau of Corrections, or Bucor Chief Rafael Ragos, retracted his testimonies against De Lima. In February 2021, the Muntinlupa City RTC junked one of the three drug cases against De Lima, who has repeatedly denied the charges filed by the Duterte administration. Liberal Party Chairperson Francis Pangilinan maintained that the charges against De Lima were fabricated. Senate Minority Leader Aquilino Pimentel III lauded the court for being true to its mandate to dispense justice without fear or favor by strictly following the evidence. Elon Musk on Thursday said he's found a new CEO to take over Twitter, which recently changed its name to X Corp. Wall Street Journal reported that Linda Yaccarino, NBC Universal's head of advertising, was in talks for the job. Musk said he will become Twitter's executive chair and chief technology officer, overseeing product, software, and system operations. In December, Musk ran a poll on the platform asking users whether he should step back as Twitter's CEO, which ended with the majority of users voting in the affirmative. Musk has faced criticism for a series of policy changes at Twitter, which often came without clear justification and raised concerns about the impact on Twitter's users. He has also been attempting to convince advertisers to rejoin the platform after many fled over concerns about hateful conduct on the platform, Twitter's mass layoffs, or about the company's future. Even as Musk steps back from the CEO role, he will likely maintain significant control over the future direction of the company. The UK will roll out its first driverless bus network in Scotland next week, with drivers on standby behind the steering wheel, ready to take control should an emergency arise. The service aims to carry 10,000 passengers a week over a 14-mile or 22.5-kilometer route on 5 single-deck buses. It will be the world's first automated local bus service, its operator said. From Monday, the buses, which will travel at up to 50 miles per hour, will have a safety driver to monitor the technology as required by UK law, which does not yet permit fully autonomous vehicles. A conductor on board handles ticketing and passenger inquiries. The control system includes an artificial intelligence engine that receives information throughout the bus to determine its exact location and calculate the safest route to its destination. Peter Stevens, Policy Director of Stagecoach Bus Service, said the service would be safer, more fuel efficient, and would offer a better experience for customers. Team Philippines, made up of its brightest and most glamorous professional stars on Thursday, scored a 25-17, 25-14, 25-13 victory over Singapore to clinch the second semifinal shot in Group B and set the stage up for a clash with powerhouse Thailand in a match where the Filipinos hope to write a different ending. Eliza Valdez played for the first time, converted on a kill for the first time in 6 months, and could be a valuable asset when the Philippines battles Thailand for a place in the title game. This will be the first time that the country has advanced to the crossover Final Four since 2017, when it also lost to Thailand in straight sets. Eliza Valdez suits up for the Philippines against Singapore in the SEA Games 2023 women's volleyball competition. The Philippines finished with a 2-1 record in Pool B after bouncing back from a 20-25, 17-25, 19-25 loss to Vietnam as Kat Tolentino and Tots Carlos led the balanced attack with 11 points each. That's the latest in headlines. And let's open up the inbox because we can never get enough of our weekly dose of sweet potatoes, brought to us by Kamote Corner. Oh, yeah.
Here we go. Hit me.
All right. The first one is kids, please do not try this at home. You might be a Spider-Man fan or a Tarzan fan. So try not to do this. I mean, what are they? Are they Tarzan or Spider-Man in the making?
Diba? Crazy. How did they get up there? What's that?
Not even sure.
Wow.
There might be some loose wirings or maybe from the pole.
They're not just in the pole. There seems some loose wiring in their heads too. Uy! I got up.
Yan. Na-delay lang ng konti. Anyway, not safe, everyone. Not safe at all. Do not try it at home. Kids, please be safe. Maybe do it with your parents somewhere in a proper climbing environment.
Yeah.
I heard there's something there in Makati. Maybe you can learn climbing there.
Spider-Man
All right.
is villain, new hero, Captain Kamote. Ta-da!
Yan. Yun lang para sa kanila. Captain Kamote indeed. All right. Let's see the next one. I had to Google this one because for the feeling diplomat, I had to ask if they were just changing the numbers or just changing the colors.
Or touching up.
Maybe. I had to ask my dad about it. I had to ask Google. So yeah. So I guess it's for the feeling diplomat.
Yeah. Yeah, feeling good. It's. I think it looks like a genuine plate that just lost its color.
Lost its color.
They're touching it up with pentel pen, but this should be very believable with the quality of license plates that we have and the quality of and the standards of the LTO. We should know this is not hard to believe. This is definitely something that could happen. But yeah.
Oh wow.
It shouldn't. It shouldn't. I mean, but anyway, we're here. I mean, Buddha at least has a plate, no? I mean, you can
At
complain
least,
if the plate is faded,
yeah.
but at least he has a plate, no?
At least meron siyang plate number.
The classic scene
But
in the Millers. Have you ever seen the Millers, the show where the guy
I
you
know.
guys getting paid? That meme, that guy. Well, it's the thing. It's like somebody complaining about their plates fading. You guys have plates? Only when somebody knows the Millers. Next.
Ay, naka. Anyway, guys, don't do this. No to fake plates or whatnot. Anyway, the next one, this really is becoming a problem over at EDSA with the bus lanes and everything. So this needs to change immediately. Roll the clip. So we see all the pedestrians coming from the bus lane on the left side. and
Oh
having
yeah,
to cross.
yeah. Just when we thought we could move the bus lanes to the inside lane, which is still, in theory, still a good idea. I mean, it still makes sense, but we don't have all of the. Well, I guess in this case we do because Guadalupe has its own walkway. So these guys are just, how did they get out there?
Lazy.
Yeah, they just don't want to go down the stairs, I guess, because that area,
Nakakatamad kasi.
yeah, it has a walkway.
They do have a walkway. Kakatamad lang talagang umakyat.
Hmm.
Anyway, guys, please stay safe. If possible, please use the walkway or maybe build another one. I'm not sure if that's even a good solution. All right, let's see the next one. It's something that you've posted a while ago, I think, when you asked, what's wrong with this picture? I mean, at first, it took a while for me to really see what's wrong.
It's kind of, it looks like Tetris, but this
Tetris
is,
indeed.
yeah, it's
I saw
classic.
one comment that says,
What?
nag-lunch break daw yung traffic enforcer.
Oh,
Walang
it's,
kapalit.
this is the classic walang bigayan. Is that the term bigayan? No. Is that the
Yeah,
proper word? Bigayan, okay, right.
yeah,
This is the
yeah.
classic. Walang ayaw magpabigyan, no? So it's like they're checkmate now. Everyone's in disagreement.
Yes. Bahala kayo dyan.
Alright, Jen. Yeah, so, well, you can argue that maybe you don't allow people to turn left, but then it's just, this is why we can't have nice things there. We'll have to stop people from turning left because we don't know how to do it properly. So this is
Mm-hmm.
why we always can never have nice things because they have to go to the extreme just to enforce it or to stop
Right.
us from doing it. And then there's no more trust. And there you go.
Indeed, 100%.
So,
And ang galing ng timing kung sino man ang kumuha nito. Good job, kuya.
yeah.
Anyway, we're down to our last one. It says no parking, but the tita or tito who owns the Abanico fan probably says otherwise.
Oh.
Because that's the first thing I noticed.
Yeah.
The fan is the first thing I noticed before the signage that says no parking.
Yeah, that is really a certified tita in there. I
He or she
know.
probably said, okay na yan, pwede na dyan, may space naman. Hindi tayo huliin dyan. Do not do this, folks!
Don't
This is
do
so
it.
funny. Don't do it indeed. All right, Tita James, that was the last one. And of course, once again, we've made it! Woohoo! And of course, congratulations in advance to our raffle winners and advanced happy Mother's Day to all mommies. Stay away from kamote people, but choose happiness instead with some Sugar Rush. Follow my events team on social media at Sugar Rush Entertainment PH for your party entertainment needs. Or you may also shoot me a work-related DM. This is Chris Napeñas. Have a fabulous weekend, everybody, and stay safe, healthy, and hydrated. See you on the next one. Bye!
Well, that was Chris with the latest in headlines. And as always, what we like to do is spread the love around. So if you do have any kind of work for Chris, whether it's voiceover, some hosting, why don't you pop her a line? That's what she does. She's with Sugar Rush Entertainment, and she can help you out there. And this is just our little way, ever since the beginning with the show that started almost, 3 years ago now, probably over 3 years ago, how we patterned it to cope with the pandemic. Probably up for a bit of a, reformat soon. But for now, it's been working as we help out people. And the next particular segment is exactly that. It's what we call Free Plug Friday. And it's a chance for businesses who don't have budget to be able to reach a wider audience without costing them a single cent. So for that, we need X. What you got in the box there, X?
Hi, Tito Jason. Hi, Titoclockers. This is X, and welcome to another edition of Free Plug Friday. All right, Tito James. So we actually have some interesting items up. And the first one, Tito James, of course, is I want to remind Titoclockers out there and anyone out there, if you want to be a part of Free Plug Friday, of course, send a message to Deaconitis on Instagram. That's the first. If you want to be a part, there are still slots available, so don't miss out. So TJs, as mentioned, first thing we have to show you guys is the Just Scoop MNL. So Just Scoop MNL is actually located in Pasig City, and they offer homemade Oreo balls that come in these different sprinkles, whatnot. And also, they also offer these melt in your mouth classic polvoron that actually is 100 pesos for a pack of 9 pieces. So you can find them on Facebook and Instagram. Just look at justScoop_MNL. And okay, that's Rocket if you heard him. Anyway, guys, hope you can check him out. Just Scoop MNL, Facebook and Instagram. Next to James, actually, the next one is not actually a business blog, but it's actually a follower who sent you a message hoping to, of course, let the other people out there know, the owners of MGZST variant in particular, that there is now a Facebook group page. As you can see, Tito James, it's scrolling down below. Tito James, you have an MGHS, right?
HS, yeah.
All right. So, guys, for those who have the ZST variant, you can check this out if you want to know the latest updates, trends, any hacks, anything, with like-minded people who also have the same passion for MG, the cars, etc. Co-owners, if you want to get some tips and updates, you can join this Facebook group. It's MGZST Owners Philippines. Again, it's scrolling down below. Well, that was super fast, James, but that's actually all we have for this week's edition of Free Plug Friday. Stay safe, guys, and always sanitize. This is X. Peace out. Enjoy your weekend. Bye. Woo, woo, woo.
Well, that was X with the Free Plug Friday. And as she said, if you do have something for us or you want anything promoted, just pop us a message on Deaconitis. That's on Instagram to be part of it, and we'll take care of the rest. We're going to keep it very tight. Like I said at the earlier part of the show, we're going to keep it shorter today because I know there's a lot of people waiting for those Sony headphones. And we also have some, we have to just have something at 6 o'clock. But we are going to, right now, head over to our Ask Me Anything portion, brought to you by Petron. And here we go. And we also take live questions. So we'll do this up until about for about less than 10 minutes or so. And then we'll head straight to the raffle around 5:30. Just have a very curious question. So that I cannot find some article regarding it. How far away should a vehicle park from a driveway would really... How far a vehicle park away from a driveway? I'm assuming you're talking about, right? Well, I don't know in actual measurements, right? I don't know if there's an actual measurement of that, whether it's 2 meters, 1 meter, 3 meters, whatever it is, right? I don't know, but common sense and courtesy would dictate that you have to give enough room. So if you are in front of the driveway and they cannot get out, that's a problem. So however that works for you, just don't block the driveway. So that would be my answer for that, without giving you a specific 1, 2, 3 meter, whatever rule. It's strictly about, can a car get out or not? And if it can, then it should be fine. If not, well, you are a jerk, because don't ever block a driveway. It's really, really annoying. And yeah, a lot of people seem to relate to this. Yeah, good question, because a lot of people don't know how to drive talaga. There you go. Next. Hi, Patito Jane. Would you like to, would you know kung pwedeng i-folding? How sad that we even have this question, no? I mean, not sad that it's a relevant question. It's sad that it's a relevant question now. LJ, I can't believe that we're here, but yes. I don't know if there are rules around this, because again, it's a temporary measure. So I don't think they've thought this one through, whether you can fold it or not. But again, we go back to common sense. Better if you have that thing laminated, because just like your vaccine cards, when those things were still a thing, you had to basically protect them, right? Otherwise, you wouldn't be allowed entry into certain places. So the same would go for this. I don't know if you would be able to fold it, but what I would do if I was in that situation, I would laminate it and I would keep it probably in my car already. And then keep a digital version in because if you laminate it, it won't fit in your wallet, right? Not the size that they're giving, right? So what we'll do is just leave it in the car. I guess. Look at the problem it's created. It's crazy, but that's what I'll do. Hope that answers your question. And here we are. Hi, sir. Hope you're in good health. I might get an answer from a professional driver like the other thing about that. I should do this properly, right? When it comes to motor vehicle plates. Okay. How long do I need to wait for... Okay. How long do I need to wait for me to have my motorcycle plates from LTO? I bought it cash from a well-known dealer here in Tanay Motor Trade, and that was September 2022. And obviously the reason I consulted you is because up to now I haven't received my plates. Thanks for your time. Abarcar, thank you so much for the vote of confidence that you think that I would know the answer. I'm extremely flattered, but not even Nostradamus would know the answer to this. No fortune teller could be giving you the answer to this. This ranks up there with the mysteries of the world, right? It's like the LTO has created this situation where nobody will know. And it's just unbelievable that we're in this situation where motorcycle plate backlog is, I can't even tell you what it is anymore because it just keeps changing. And then there's also the car plates. So they're still in the middle of an embroiled situation now. So we're definitely not going to get them soon. So don't hold your breath. Hopefully, it's not hopefully, you still should be able to run the bike. But the problem is, again, we've seen this happen over and over again with the same situation that we're talking about with the plates. They say, okay, we'll give you temporary operating permits, right? We'll give you a permit to operate for a while. They'll say, because we don't have plates, everyone can use paper, everyone can use it. And then they get like a small batch of plates, like a small little tiny little batch, and then they get all tough again and they go, no plate, no travel. And you're like, well, what about all the other backlogs? And then they say, okay. And then they fall back into the same pattern where they allow it again. But meanwhile, people always get eaten in that. Every time they crack down and they get all excited because they have a new batch of plates and they say the no plate, no travel thing. And this is what I hope doesn't happen to you, but it's been happening to a lot of people. So it's completely, totally unacceptable already. But we've just learned to accept that this is the LTO. And I'm not even saying that this is, I'm not even pinning this on the current LTO guy, because he inherited this problem, tried to fix it, was told that, no, it's not in your hands anymore. So it was removed from the power of the LTO to procure the plates. So, I mean, you can't really hit on Tugade for this because he can't do anything. He's tried and he's done as much as he could and it's out of his hands. But that doesn't help us, right? It doesn't help us. It really is a situation that shouldn't be happening. And it's 2023. This is not rocket science. Yet we're here again, still with no plates. Crazy. Hi, Mary Rose, watching from Bagak. That's a beautiful place, Bagak Bataan. Love that place. The ocean, it's beautiful. Beautiful spot. Next. Yeah. Why is it so expensive here for 1 year? Also, it says that part of the membership is which I don't need. I don't have my own vehicle. I just want the IDP. So I would like to avail the card experience in Japan. I checked the US counterpart and it's only 20. Shane, that's a very good observation, very good question you've got. I also find it very, very expensive too. Now, the reason I haven't really complained is because I do use it for a car. Like I do use the membership, and apparently that's mandatory. It's just bundled in. So I don't feel it as much because I feel that the membership kind of, well, it offsets most of the costs there, right? Having said that, when you explain it like this, where you don't have a car and you need the IDP for something else, there should be an option for that. And it shouldn't cost $4,000 because there is actually no test. There's just, you just go in there, you show your driver's license and you get this international permit. So I have no idea why they charge $4K. And you're right. I mean, I agree with you. This is way too much. Actually, even with the membership, I do find it still a little pricey. But like I said, at least you get the membership. So I haven't got the answer for you because I don't know what that is, why they charge $4K. I don't agree with it as well. So, well, I guess the best thing I can do is just bring it up with my friends over at AAP and see if there's something that can be done, because it does, like being said, feel like overcharging. Okay, good point. Let's make a note of bringing that up with the AAP. Next, do we have any live ones? I like to get a live question. Any updates for the next generation Raptor? I'm very much looking for it. I don't have any Kurt, because they kind of this new face is fairly new, so I don't know if they're going to be doing something, in the soonest. Put it that way. Okay, are we ready? Well, yes, Noel, I could do that, but yeah, it would make probably for an interesting podcast, but I kind of already know the answer surrounding this. And here's the problem when you do bring in guests like that, whether it's Tugade or Galvante or any of the LTO chiefs that have come and gone, you're going to get the situation where you're just not going to get real answers, I think, because there's so much politics. This is my take on it. Is there's just so much politics around that their hands are tied and so are their mouths and tongues. They're tied because they know that they know the answers most times, but they can't say it because it'll make like somebody who will have some kind of power over their agency. And so it's just we're all this, and this is not just saying LTO. Okay, this is just across the board with politics. It's why we never ever seem to get a straight answer with politics, because it's all intertwined. And this idea of like this party is better than this party, at the end of the day, there are no such thing as permanent enemies, just permanent interests. So they're enemies one week and they're not enemies another week. It just depends on whether their interests align, and that's politics for you. That's why you're never gonna know. It's never what it seems with politics. That's why I despise it. I abhor it. I would never want to work in politics, because I don't believe anything good really happens with that system, because it's just by design so inherently flawed and inherently, I guess, corrupt. They always have to sugarcoat everything, or if not sugarcoated, just be completely, totally vague. I wonder if I could do, completely, totally vague. I don't. Ray Magat has a good question. What's your take on the LTO's plan on making driver's license to be on our smartphones? I think it's, especially considering the situation we're in, it's the only solution right now is to give us a digital form. But I don't know what kind of backdoor measures they have, or back end, should I say, measures that they have to make sure that we're not just sort of getting JPEG images and adjusting them. I don't know what the security levels they have on the back end for that. So if you're going to tell me that it's either a QR code or there's a scan barcode scanner there that will be able to have a live update in the database of LTO. So if a cop comes over and presses the camera, or sorry, the QR reader, he'll be able to know whether or not that license is fake. Because if it doesn't match up with the information on the LTO database, then they can haul you in. Then I'm all for it. Because I think we've already hit a digital era like this, and for something like that, I really think it's about time we have a digital solution to it. Today, that's my answer to that. Why are more car dealers wouldn't allow their clients to buy a car or motorcycle in cash? Because they earn more from the interests on the loan or kickbacks from the companies. So, a lot of times with car dealers, what they do is everybody's fixated on the purchase price of the car, the sticker price, right? The showroom floor price. So what they'll do is they'll go out and they will compare till they're blue in the face. Some people will go out for months and physically go to all the car dealerships and seeing if they can get a better deal, right? So let's just say the car is 1 million, right? Then they go to another one, it's 999,000. The other one's 998,000. And then they spend all this time checking things, and they finally find one for 997,000. Well, then guess what? That's where they're going to buy it, right? Now, what they don't tell you, and what a lot of inexperienced buyers do, is they focus solely on that. And then the dealership that gave you that 3,000 peso discount from the other dealerships, they make that up in financing, because they get kickbacks, insurance, aftermarket parts and accessories, and all other things. Now, it's not necessarily a bad thing, but I believe in transparency and people should know. So they're not going to tell you because it's not in their best interest to tell you. So that's why I'm telling you, right? Don't focus solely on the sticker price. You focus on the overall thing, right? When you ask how much are the monthlies, how long, that way you can compare monthly payments and terms. And then that way you'll see which one is the best deal. But to answer the original question, they discourage that because they get more money if they sell you financing. I don't have an experience with them, Dan, so can't comment about DigiCards. Anyone else? Transparency is a very big word. It's like Billy Joel said in his song, it's hardly ever heard too. Thoughts on the Peugeot 3008, 5008. I like the design, Genesis, meaning how it looks. I drove not the absolute current one, but the one right before that. And I liked it, man. I thought it was a nice sort of addition to, I place it like in a premium Japanese sort of segment. That's where I put it, not quite full European. It is a European car, but I still think it's for price point and stuff and features, it's somewhere around the premium Japanese. It's still, I guess they've been around for a while, so I don't know what the service is like Peugeot anymore. I haven't had any experience, but having said that, I don't get many complaints. But then put that in perspective too, there's not a lot of them sold in terms of market share, so it's going to also stand to reason you won't get a whole lot of complaints because of the volume that they're selling. So the best way I would do that is I would go and ask if I was going to get something like that, like a Peugeot. What I would normally do is go to a car club of some sort, a Peugeot car club. And I'd start asking owners their experience because they'll be the ones to be able to tell you. And take it from there, because it's not like a Toyota, Mitsubishi, cars like that. You know already through their track record. So these ones, just a little bit of, just get more information from people who actually own it. All right, I think it's about time we can hit the raffle because, we told everyone around 5:30 today, so let's do it. We need a dog. It's everybody's favorite time. It is raffle time. Hey, everybody. All right, rocket ship. Rocket ship for the rocket ship for the rocket ship. Here we go. You want this? Oh.
There's a Ford Ranger Raptor launch
Where?
next Thursday.
Okay.
For media. Because Kurt Joshua Clark.
Kurt. There's actually. Wow. All right. There's apparently a launch next week. I don't know what variant they're going to launch. I'll let you know. They're normally top secret about that until they launch. All right, before we go on, I'd like to thank Global Dominion, Petron, AutoKit, Ogawa, Malayan Insurance, Innovate, Culture Salon for supporting Titoclock. You ready, Rocket? Okay, Rocket. You know how to do this? Okay, I'll give you one more, okay? One more. There you go. These are for the headphones, Rocket. A lot of people waiting, okay? So don't miss out, okay? Don't make any mistakes, Rocket. Aim for that blue button over there. Ready? Ooh. Who's it? Michael Lou! Woo-hoo! Michael Lou! Woo-hoo! Congratulations! right. There you go. Okay, that pretty much wraps up this episode of Titoclock. Congratulations to... Oh, whoa! Huh? Jeez, don't do that. Okay, yeah, don't forget, if you are Michael Liu, all you gotta do is get this screenshot right here, right now, with this, with the Ogawa thing in the corner, everything that we're talking about, and just send that to the.rocket.launcher on Instagram. It's as simple as that. Follow the poor kid, all right? He needs followers with a little thing. So make sure you follow him. Send him your screenshot, and we'll catch you guys next week. Till then, make sure you're kind to one another, and happy Mother's Day to all the beautiful moms out there. Bye.
Fancy meeting you in my internet. Couldn't help but notice your smile, while everybody else around us is surfing about. Can we just stop and chat a while? Love could be waiting at the end of this quarantine. Let's stop and talk a while. Let's stop and talk a while.